Welcome back. Now, Anglo-South African financial group Old Mutual has put up for sale its 50% stake in a Chinese insurance joint venture as part of a revamp of the financial group and amid a tough market for foreign insurers in China. Old Mutual, which is working with financial advisors on the stake sale plan, could sell its holding in the 13-year-old life insurance joint venture with Guardian Corporation to one or more local firms. The move is part of a broader Old Mutual Group restructuring exercise to exit non-core and smaller operations. And oil prices fell today as record U.S. crude inventories underscored that crude markets remain bloated despite efforts led by OPEC to cut output and prop up prices. Now, the U.S. Energy Information Administration reported a 1.57 million barrels increase in crude inventories late on Wednesday, bringing total U.S. stocks to a new record of 535.5 million barrels. Let's talk more about this with Desola Sumoni, research analyst with Financial Derivatives Company here in Lagos. Good afternoon, Desola. Thank you very much for joining us. It's a rainy day today in Lagos, of course.
Good afternoon, Timothy. Thank you for having me.
Now, Desola, if you're hearing me, do you think rising U.S. crude inventory poses a threat to efforts by OPEC to cut output and prop up prices?
Yes, I think so. But so far, we've seen like there's a floor and there's like an invisible ceiling for oil prices. Although the OPEC deal has propped up U.S. Has propped up prices, but U.S. crude inventories and the increase in drilling in the U.S. is like keeping like creating a cap for oil prices. So far, the U.S. activities in the U.S. Oil industry is somewhat capping the stability we expect in the oil market.
Now, although oil prices dropped today, but on the average, it's been on the increase, trading around $54. What are the major drivers, really?
So far this week, for instance, oil price has been quite volatile, swinging from gains to losses, and this has mainly been driven by U.S. crude inventories. Like you said, data from the Energy Information Administration showed that U.S. crude stockpiles declined by 1.6 million barrels per day. However, just a day before that, on Tuesday, data from an unofficial source, the American Petroleum Institute, showed that U.S. crude stockpiles actually declined by about 1.8 million barrels per day. But we also see that U.S. crude energy drillers, there's been an increase in U.S. drills added. For instance, in the week ended last week, there was 10 new drills added, bringing the total U.S. drills to about 662, and this also signals the potential for increase in U.S. crude inventories and global supply.
OPEC is set to meet in mid-April, I guess. What are your expectations?
I mean, the meeting is basically to assess the situation in the global oil market, especially the inventory level, and to decide whether or not an extension of the current OPEC deal will be needed. As at today, global inventories are about 4 million barrels a day, and I think there's a threshold that if the global inventories are above a 5-year average, then they may have to extend the cut so as to rebalance the market. But the EIA projects that the market will rebalance in about 2 years, and they forecast an average oil price of $55 per barrel for this year.
So what do you see an extension, looking at the figure we have with the U.S. inventory?
And so far, the U.S. Global inventories has been stubbornly high. We expect, I think it is possible and it is highly likely, because as we speak today, the current global inventories is higher than the 5-year average, and then U.S. crude drillers are adding more drills, which signal the potential for an increase in global supply, and also we are seeing an increase in U.S. crude stockpiles. But I think that with the summer season coming up and driving season, so to say, coming up, there will be more increase in demand. So I think that the U.S. crude stockpiles would actually decline as we go towards the summer.
So what is your outlook for global oil markets?
My outlook, I expect that oil prices will average $55 per barrel. As we have seen so far, as I said earlier, there's like a floor. Even though we've seen significant increases in U.S. crude stockpiles this year, the oil prices, especially crude oil prices, has not gone below $50 per barrel. So I think that the OPEC deal is having that effect of creating like a new floor or a new steady state, so to speak. But the U.S. also, U.S. shale producers are producing like a cap. So I think it will just swing between $50 to $55 per barrel. However, Goldman Sachs projects that it will reach $60 per barrel this year. And
some analysts say 70. Anyway, thank you very much, Desola, for your time. Desola Simoni, research analyst at Financial Derivatives Company. And here, of course, as Nigeria works towards building a market outside its dominant oil industry as it faces the worst economic crisis in more than 20 years, the beauty and skincare industry is set to be where great opportunities are. Blondie Opuzo makes bath candy, a handcrafted, food-inspired bath and body store in Nigeria. Let's watch this.
Blondie Opuzo makes what she calls birthday cake soaps at her beauty store in Lagos, Nigeria. She is the founder and chief executive of Bath Candy, a cosmetics line that makes food-inspired bath and body products like soaps, scrubs, polishes, scented oils, and home fragrances, among others. Blondie's products are all made by hand and purpose to look and smell like desserts. Blondie, who studied business management and sociology in the U.S., started her business in 2014, about 3 years after moving back home. With an initial investment of about $9,800 mopped up from her savings and contributions from family members, she took on entrepreneurship.
I think people love things that look good. So, I mean, we're in Nigeria, so there's a lot of people are doing natural products. And I just think generally the population, we're moving towards natural things. So it was a function of how do you stand out? And these are the things that I personally like. So it's really just a reflection of me.
The beauty and skincare industry has been described as a fast-growing business sector in the country and is highly competitive. In 2016, the sector was valued at $620 million, according to Euromonitor International, a global market intelligence publisher. With a population of 170 million people, Bath Candy is part of a new wave of startups that are finding opportunities to market products in Africa's most populous country. Doing business in Nigeria comes with unique challenges.
We manufacture everything here. You need power. So if you're running your generator 24 hours, that's a bit of a challenge, right? Another issue that we faced was employment and staffing. I think we're good now, but it took a while for us to get to a place where we were okay and comfortable with what we had. Another thing would be Forex. Thankfully, the exchange rate is coming down, so it's better, but packaging, I think, has been the one consistent issue we've had all through.
I got to know about Bath Candy 2 years ago through a particular company, and I first bought their soaps, their Gary scrub soap, and it was a very nice experience. It had a very wonderful scent, it was affordable, and it left my skin not dry, it was oily, and so I enjoyed the experience, and since then I've been buying their soaps. I've been buying their oils as well. I use their oil for my hair and my body. And their polish is also nice. So it's always wonderful to come back and buy their product.
Bath Candy's founders are working on plans to further expand the business and take it beyond Nigeria.
Looking good is good business. And that's it on the program. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Chimize Obiwago.